Hey, what's going on, guys? TheHORRORman back putting a positive spin on Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. It's May the 4th, which means it's Star Wars Day. So Jason and I wanted to give a Star Wars movie a positive spin. We've already given a positive spin to the Star Wars Holiday Special. So we decided to look up the lowest rated Star Wars movie for this positive spin. We were expecting that to be The Phantom Menace, or Attack of the Clones, or even The Last Jedi, which we already covered for Controversial View. To our surprise, however, the lowest rated Star Wars movie is The Rise of Skywalker. Now, when we say lowest rated, it does have a 6.4 out of 10, which is fairly high for a positive spin movie. As far as Star Wars films go, that's low. And people do, unfortunately, seem to criticize this one. Ironically, it's my personal favorite Star Wars film. And not only that, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, in my opinion, is the ultimate Star Wars film. It's a Star Wars movie for Star Wars fans. I have a lot of positives to get through, so let me get into them now. Released in 2019, The Rise of Skywalker is the 9th episode of the Star Wars saga. This here, by the way, is the Target limited edition 4-disc set. I love the first line of the opening scroll. The dead speak. We learn that Emperor Palpatine is back, and in fact has been around the entire time. He's been pulling the strings from behind the scenes, and that's just awesome. Then there's the opening battle scene, with Kylo Ren massacring everyone in sight. J.J. Abrams returning after directing The Force Awakens is a big positive for me. He came in with The Rise of Skywalker, fixing the mess Rian Johnson created with The Last Jedi. To hear more about that, please check out my controversial view on that Star Wars sequel. Hearing Palpatine's voice for the first time, and then seeing him, are positives. The Rise of Skywalker is the closest we get to a Star Wars horror film. The movie is so damn dark in the best way possible. Palpatine is creepy as hell in this one, and he's scarier than most horror villains. Kylo Ren's character arc is another huge positive, and he's my favorite character in this trilogy, and maybe in the Star Wars saga overall. Chewbacca playing the game with Poe and Finn is a funny scene. I like the aspect of there being a mysterious spy in the First Order. Who is it, and why are they doing it? The soundtrack, the visual effects, the locations, all positives. Exegol in particular is probably my favorite setting in a Star Wars film. Again, it's something straight out of a horror movie. It's really awesome seeing Leia, despite the fact that Carrie Fisher had died 3 years before the release of this film. It's cool that we finally get to see more of the Knights of Ren in action. They were introduced in The Force Awakens and then sort of disappeared in The Last Jedi. People wanted more of them, and J.J. Abrams listened. I love the look of Kylo Ren's repaired mask, with the cracks filled in with red, as seen on the cover here. Kylo using the Force choke is a positive. I really like the festival scene, so that's another one. And the connection between Kylo Ren and Rey and the way they communicate from afar. Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley also have really great chemistry. The return of Lando Calrissian and Chewie's reaction to it are both positives. Lando gives the classic Han Solo line, "I got a bad feeling about this," and then, "Give Leia my love." I love that. The Rise of Skywalker takes some of the best elements from previous Star Wars films and utilizes them. As a Star Wars fan, what's not to like? We have the sinking field scene, which leads to the sand serpent scene. The creature effects are really well done. Plus, we have some important foreshadowing. The force fight between Kylo Ren and Rey over the ship, when it appears Chewie is blown to bits, is a positive. When I saw this in the theater opening day, the entire crowd gasped. One guy even shouted, "No!" out loud. That guy was me. No, it wasn't me, but someone did say that. I love the introduction of D.O., the droid that was abused. It's nice seeing his friendship develop with BB-8. I love the snowy Kijimi sequence, and Kerry Russell is awesome as Zori. For some reason, that's always a scene that sticks with me the most. I just really like that location. Babu Frick is a little guy, but a big positive. I love his voice. The complete memory wipe of C-3PO is a sad scene, but it's really good. It's heroic. Kylo telling Rey the truth about her parents is a positive. And then the way he figures out where she is really cool. Then we have the reveal of the spy, and soon after, the even bigger reveal of Rey's heritage. I am so happy they went in that direction. It was actually what I was hoping for before the movie was released. Finn finding out there were other First Order deserters is cool. We get a fantastic lightsaber battle between Ren and Rey on the water. Leia contacting her son is a positive, and then Rey stabbing him. It's super sad seeing R2-D2's reaction as he watches Leia die. Still, these are all positives. Rey healing Kylo Ren goes back to the foreshadowing I mentioned earlier with the serpent. Another super sad scene is when Chewie drops to his knees and starts crying when he learns that Leia has died. Another huge positive is the appearance of Han Solo in an extremely poignant moment. When Ben says, "Dad," and hesitates to finish what he was about to say, so Han simply responds with, "I know," it gets me every time. Any Star Wars fan will understand the significance and know what Ben was about to say. That's easily one of the most emotional moments in the entire franchise. Lando's pep talk with Poe is a positive. Then, of course, we thankfully have an appearance from Luke Skywalker, actually acting like the Luke Skywalker we know and love. I love the obvious jab at Rian Johnson when Rey attempts to toss the lightsaber, but Luke catches it and tells her it deserves respect. He doesn't throw it off the cliff like he does in The Last Jedi. Then he raises his old X-Wing for Rey to fly, and that scene gives me chills. I love that we get to see Leia's lightsaber and a flashback of her training with Luke when they were young. R2-D2 restoring C-3PO's memory is a positive. The air and ground battles are exciting. Rey finally meeting Palpatine is a positive, and then Ben coming to save her. It's so awesome how she hands off the lightsaber to him, and then he kills the Knights of Ren. Poe apologizing to his fleet when he realizes they are outnumbered, but then Lando responding, gives me chills. Yes, there are multiple moments, many in fact, that give me chills in The Rise of Skywalker. Zori with Babu Frick showing up in the war is a positive. Rey hearing all of the Jedi voices talking to her as she's about to die is one of my favorite scenes in the film. It's yet another one that gives me chills and makes me emotional. The effects are so awesome when Palpatine gets fried, and then the death of Rey. But wait, we see Ben's hand crawling over to her as he completes the greatest arc in the Star Wars saga and gives his life for hers. Finally, they kiss before he dies, and it breaks my heart every time I watch it. Finn's line is inspiring when he says, "People are rising up all over the galaxy." And then, "Poe, we did it." We get a brief appearance from the Ewoks. That's a positive. Chewie finally gets his medal during the celebration. And of course, the final scene, which is so powerful. I want you guys to know I left so much out because I love everything about The Rise of Skywalker. It baffles me how people can hate this one, but you don't have to agree. This is just my positive spin. Please be sure to check out Jason's as well. What are your thoughts on Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker? Comment below and let me know. To which hated movie will we next give a positive spin? Check back soon to find out. Until then, remember, physical media matters. May the 4th be with you. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and, be kind, subscribe.